I'm Mark Chillingworth, I'm the Editor-in-Chief of CIO Magazine, and today we're discussing in this video making your business agile and how to make your back-end processes enable business agility. And I'm joined in this conversation by Richard Gifford, who's CIO for the Carillion Engineering and Construction Services Organisation. Richard, thank you for joining us. You're CIO of Carillion. Could you describe Carillion to your CIO peers, what type of organisation it is?
Yeah, sure. So Carillion is a multinational integrated support and construction services business, headquartered in Wolverhampton. Market caps are at the moment around about 1.5 billion, turnovers around about 4 billion, and we employ roughly 40,000 people.
And how would you describe the CIO role in that type of organisation?
Yeah, so my role is CIO and Transformation Director within Carillion. And what I'm here to do is to obtain strategic value out of the technology which has been deployed, but also I'd say with a strong business background of delivery, that leads itself into the transformation piece, which is over and above the more traditional part of that role.
We're in early 2015. What is the need for a business like Carillion to be agile? Why does it need to be able to move more quickly?
Well, since 2008, the economy, as you know, has been in dire times. We've done quite well through that period, through very stringent cost control, being very prudent with our business, and indeed you would have seen in the press that we've actually rescaled our construction business. So that means now we have a smaller construction business. We're growing our services businesses, but since the beginning, middle of last year, our work winning performance has increased, and now we've won a huge amount of work, not just in existing markets but in new markets as well. And therefore, from an IT perspective, we need to be really agile to respond, both to the work winning efforts but also to the delivery side of that as well.
You mentioned there that technology is part of that, so an agile technology strategy is required to enable the business to be agile. Would that be correct? Yeah,
so again, my role is to make sure that we've got the business lines properly engaged within ICT and ensuring that IT is powering those transformations. Again, we're making extensive use of cloud technologies at the moment where we can. So we are rationalising data centres, we're moving things to the cloud to provide that agility, to provide that fast start, to reduce our development costs, provide additional resilience, and so on. And so that is really all about our agility drive, which maps directly back into our business strategy.
You mentioned you're using cloud. Is it a hybrid cloud? Are you using some on-premise and some full public cloud there?
Yeah, we use both, and again, some of our business where we're dealing with government agencies, we're actually contracted to have on-prem type solutions. But that aside, we're looking to consolidate and virtualize everything we possibly can into the cloud. We're safe to do so, of course.
And data protection regulations, we've got EU regulations coming out sometime this year, possibly. How does that impact your thinking on that use of cloud, and therefore how it helps you be enabled or prevents you be enable agility? Yeah,
so again, something we've given a huge amount of thought to. How do we securely engage with the cloud, which is something we want to unlock to provide that agility. So, and we're again doing that through policies, through scanning, ensuring the environment is secure, and making sure that data is properly containerized, encrypted, and so on where it needs to. So a lot of thought has been given to that. I'm not sure yet we've got all of the answers to all of those questions you're posing there, but the direction is set.
So the specific initiatives, containerization is the way you ensure data protection, and then it sounds to me like you're saying governance is the key strategic piece.
It is, and I suppose a piece that was also missed from that would be also protecting the company from what I would call shadow IT. So not necessarily because there's a shadow IT team out there, but shadow IT in its broadest sense. And how do we protect the data from those types of services these days? So that's right up there on our key things to implement and achieve this year.
Yeah, and I imagine a company that's got a lot of engineers in it, shadow IT is both a positive and a challenge to you as CIO.
Well, let's say there's the opportunity to go bimodal, is absolutely there at the moment. But the governance we have and the interactions we have with the business is strong enough that that isn't such a great problem as you might think in an organisation like this. But it does give us the opportunity to try and harness that and bring that into the centre.
Richard, thank you for your frank answers and explaining the complexities of agility in the construction and engineering environment. Really interesting. This has been a CI UK video. Thank you for watching.